Excuse us, make ways for the...
Now, after days of waiting, city inspectors may finally get inside RKelly's West Side recording studio today. CBS 2's Mike Puccinelli is live outside the warehouse to explain why. Mike?
Hi, and we actually have some breaking news to report because in about the last hour or so, we saw a man walk out of RKelly's West Side recording studio, which you see behind me right now. We were scrambling to get video, so it's a bit shaky, but this man walked out with a computer tower and a couple of boxes on a dolly. I asked him if he was the landlord. He ignored that question. I then asked if he worked for RKelly. He also ignored that question. He then loaded the equipment into the trunk of a car and drove away. While we saw it, sources say police also observed the removal of the equipment as they have 24-hour surveillance on the building as we speak. Now, this all happened on the same day. We expect to see those city inspectors that you alluded to earlier arriving here on the near west side to get inside the building. That's because the building is zoned for commercial use only, but the city has received complaints that people might be living inside. Those people, according to published reports in a Lifetime documentary series, could be young women who are part of what has been described as a sex cult surrounding RKelly. That, as the landlord is attempting to evict the singer for failing to pay up to $80,000 in back rent. RKelly held a birthday party in the facility last week. When he turned 52, our Vince Gerasoli attempted to talk with some of the young attendees, but was prevented from doing so by security. Faith Rogers appeared in that Lifetime documentary and says RKelly gave her a sexually transmitted disease. She also says he tried to intimidate her so she wouldn't go public with her allegations.
No woman should be victim shamed, harassed, or retaliated against because she assured her rights and spoke her truth.
Now, RKelly's attorney calls that Lifetime series trash TV. He also says all of the allegations made in it are utterly baseless.
The city of Chicago hopes a judge will grant inspectors access to RKelly's recording studio on the near west side today after receiving a complaint that the studio is not being used in compliance with zoning. CBS 2's V Nguyen is live outside that studio. V, good morning.
Good morning, Aaron. RKelly has been out and about for the second night in a row at a Chicago nightclub. As for the studio here, city inspectors have been fighting to get inside. The studio was featured in a docu-series against RKelly. He's facing allegations of sexual abuse by dozens of women. Others claim women are being held captive here in the studio. Now, the city says it received a complaint that people were living on the property, which is a problem since the building is only zoned for commercial purposes, meaning no one should be living there. According to a court order, the city believes the recording studio and kitchen were constructed without proper plans and permits. The recording studio near Justine and Lake was featured in a Lifetime docu-series, Surviving RKelly. This couple traveled from Florida claiming their daughter is being held captive by RKelly. They can be seen throwing rocks at the windows, trying to get inside, but didn't get very far. In an interview you'll only see on 2, an attorney representing RKelly says the allegations against his client are not true.
There hasn't been anyone who's come forward and said that he did anything wrong with anyone underage. There hasn't been anyone who's contacted any law enforcement and said they were illegally held or brainwashed or sex culted or anything like that.
Now, the court hearing is scheduled for 11 a.m. Meanwhile, the landlord for this property is seeking to evict RKelly, claiming the singer is $80,000 behind payments in rent. Reporting live from the near west side, V Nguyen, CBS 2 News. Aaron, back to you.
Erica, with all the controversy surrounding RKelly, especially in the past week, many want to hear from the singer himself. And now you are about to, sort of, through his attorney. Social media shows RKelly singing to the crowds at a Southside club for his birthday celebrations just last night.
People have been making things up. People have been exaggerating.
His attorney, Steve Greenberg, says the accusations of sex abuse leveled against Kelly are absurd. Baby! Police were called to the club, making contact with the singer, but took no action.
I haven't heard from a police department. I haven't heard from a prosecutor's office. I have never heard from an attorney for a victim.
In the Lifetime docuseries, Surviving RKelly, woman after woman speaks out, saying they were sexually abused by the singer, in some cases when they were underage, often at his Westtown recording studio.
Please come
forward.
It prompted the Cook County State's attorney Tuesday to urge victims to connect with her office. Attorney Greenberg says the outreach is overreaching.
The series is trash TV.
An anonymous 311 call has city building inspectors trying to investigate Kelly's studio, but tenants denied them entry. Today, they sought a court order to do so, charging a recording studio and kitchen were constructed without proper plans and permits. Fines could approach $8,000 a day.
The complaint that we received was that there were people living in this property. The property is zoned for commercial purposes only, so there shouldn't be anyone living there.
The city is expected to hear from a judge tomorrow at 11 a.m. about inspectors being allowed to go inside this studio and conduct their inspection. Also, the landlords for this building say that RKelly is tens of thousands of dollars behind in his rent, and they are seeking an eviction. Reporting live from Westtown, I'm Vince Girasoli, CBS 2 News.
All right, Vince, thank you.